Hey everyone, welcome back and welcome to another pick a card reading. This will be a no contact pick a card. I'm giving you 4 decks tonight. Group number 1 will be the Hermetic Tarot. Group number 2 will be the Rider. Deck number 3 is the Egyptian, the Brotherhood of Light, and group number 4 is the Universal. So I'll give you a moment here to choose a deck if you haven't already, and I'll see you at your group. Alright, group 1. I apologize for, that's my dishwasher and my dryer that you hear in the background. It's the weekend and that's when I do all my chores, so I'll put that there so you can see. This deck is actually one of my favorites, and so I feel that we have a connection. Those of you who chose this group, because this deck kind of found me. Wow. So the Tower. This is something that ended pretty badly, very cut and dry. And if it's not something that's ending, the situation is developing, it's transforming, it's changing into something else. But, and how this feels going through it, for some of you, it might feel like your life is falling apart. I know that may sound a bit dramatic, but this is your heart that we're talking about. So this very well could have been something that blew up that you just weren't really expecting. It caught you off guard, and in some ways maybe you think that this is something that was, well, I don't think that you've had a fatalistic view of this. I get the impression that you guys were hoping for the best, that you are hoping for the best. So for those of you who a situation hasn't ended, I think that you're hoping that it's changing into something better. That it's changing for the better, that they're changing for the better. You may feel as though you've been actively trying to change for the better. And sometimes, try as you might to try to get them to want to do that too. That's something that someone really has to want to do for themselves. It's something that they really must see the value in for themselves. There's some things that you can't teach. I know I said I wanted you to see this, but it's also like in frame. And I think I'm gonna need the space. Oof, somebody needs space. Could be a water sign. Flying out here, we got the Empress. So the energy that you're in is a very, you're in this like very, I don't chase, I attract kind of energy. And I think that you are embracing any kind of change that's coming in, and it's reading like detachment, but I don't get that you're cold. It's reading like detachment because you have healthy boundaries, but it's like your heart is open, and I think that that's what this person loves about you. Next we got the King of Cups. Your heart is open. What did we say? So you're very compassionate towards this person. I think that you definitely have a soft spot for them. And I don't think that that's something that has changed over the years, months, weeks, however long it is that that this person has been in your life. But I think that there may be something, it might be you that's changing, group 1. It could be you that's changing. Hierophant card at the bottom of the deck. It's about the principle, is what I'm getting. So it's like maybe you feel as though something has to change, something needs to change, and that's your position in this whole no contact situation. It's like, listen, if something doesn't change quick, then I just don't know how much longer you'll be able to stay silent. If you haven't already cut this off, if you haven't already blocked this person. So what's going on with them? I'm getting mind fucked. Which is a bit ironic because this is the Temperance card, but I do think that, okay, so if it's change that you're looking for, I would say that this person is undergoing some type of, they're having a change of mind. And I don't know that that's a change in a decision that they've made, you know? So I'm not going to guarantee that, but what I will say is that what I mean by change of mind, it might be a shift in their perspective, the way this person views life, views you, or views the situation. And this is what can happen in periods where you aren't in contact with someone. If you are concerned with self-awareness and development and growth, you want to work on yourself. So because they have the Temperance card, I think that that's what this person might be doing, and I think that you might have had something to do with this change that's happening in them. You have the Empress card on your side, so I get this you take care of them. I think that in some ways you're a safe space for their demons is another way that Temperance card is reading, which is we're going to accept the energy as it is and not judge it. Seven of Cups. You're certainly dealing with someone who they have there are a lot of things that they want. There are a lot of things that they want, and I think that what their task is to choose. It's like they can't have it all, and I think that they might be driving themselves crazy trying to figure out how to have it all. And it's like the things that they're unwilling to give up, group number one, the things that they're unwilling to give up are what's keeping this as a no contact situation. And I do think that, they're trying to strike a balance there. They're trying to strike a balance with their desires, can't even get these words out. Strike a balance with their desires, strike a balance with you. But I don't get that you're trying to be an option. I have these reflection cards that I want to use, so we'll pull one for them first, and then we're going to pull one to shuffle. Being told to shuffle. Interesting energy. I was not, I'm surprised, I'll say that. I don't know that that's my energy, because I've been thinking about doing, okay, so this is actually my second go at doing this pick a card. So I've been thinking about this reading for a few days. So I think that there is something inherently shocking within this situation, and something tells me that it is about you. It might be this change that's happening within you. I think that you're surprising this person. It's like you're the catalyst for something in their life. It's like you have shown them things about themselves. So on their side, we got what are your desires. This is exactly what we were talking about. We'll put that right here for them. So what are your desires? And I think that that's the question this person is asking themselves, has to ask themselves in order for things to get going within this situation. We're going to pull one for your side as well. So on your side, we got someone you care about tells you that you violated their boundaries. What would you do? So this may be how this person feels about you. They may feel like you're violating their boundaries, and the way that this is translating, in the context of this read, because you have the Empress on your side and you have this King of Cups energy about you, I do think that so it's like this person feels smothered at times, and I think that that's where the boundaries are coming in. And for you, I know it's like I'm just trying to love them, and I'm just being real. Like I know that that's where it's coming from for you guys. If this again, this is their perception of you, and this card is a what would you do. So this isn't a referendum on your character. I encourage you to think about this question on your own, but for the sake of us talking about the different scenarios that are possible, stick with me here as I talk about some of the possibilities. So this is because the Empress is here, and because there is that nurture and tendency to take care of energy that is coming from this side. And I feel like, okay, so we're figuring this out as we go along. If you resonate more with this side, if you need to swap them, then do that. Yeah, I should have said that sooner. So hopefully I don't confuse you. But yeah, back to the read. So this side, we'll call this side A. So side A naturally takes care of people. Side A is naturally a provider, is a very compassionate person, is a very healing person to be around, and has had to cultivate strong boundaries because they are this way. Side A could have potentially been taken advantage of routinely in the past, maybe even by side B. But you can't stop being a generous person, side A. I think that how it's being perceived by this person, it's like they're a bit of they are. I'm getting very cavalier energy coming from this. Also, Gone with the Wind is what I'm hearing as well. You could be dealing with an air sign. This is someone who, it's not like they fly by the seat of their pants, because I get that there's a lot of strategy coming from them. I just think that they're a little less rooted. They're a little less grounded. And they need to be constantly stimulated, the way this Temperance card is looking here. So it's like the universe wants them to chill, and they also want to chill, whether that's by their own volition, or that's because of the influence that you've had on their lives. Let's keep going. and we'll start on, let's start on your side. What do you want to, well, I want to know more about the situation. Like, how do you things are English, how do you think that things went down? I want to know what your perspective is on the situation, like what your thoughts are, because there are always there are three sides to every story, as they say: your side and my side and the truth. And I think that the truth is really important in a no contact situation, because both of you might feel like you're right. So let's talk about how you're looking at this. So I think you feel like a fool for trying. I rarely take the Fool card just at face value like that, but I just, maybe some of you feel played. As we said, this person has options. This person doesn't seem to be invested. They don't seem to have their priorities straight, group one. And I think that, you know, more earth energy coming out on your side, lots of it, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit card. So you have the spirit of devotion, and I think that you devote yourself to anything that you take on, to any new endeavor. You put all of yourself behind it. You put all of yourself into it. I think that you guys, group one, you definitely poured into this person. And I think that, you know, when you were pouring into them, it's like, it's interesting, like this figure is a cat, and have you ever tried to give a cat a bath? It's like you're just trying to clean it, but it's like freaking out. You can't keep that thing in the tub. So I think that, you know, what the influence that you've had on this person has obviously been a positive one, because Temperance, you know, but I just think that they have the tendency to overreact or be unappreciative of what you're really doing in their life, group one, and that's unfortunate. Now, how are they viewing the situation? So that's how you see this. You're looking at this like, I tried. Or because the Knight of Pentacles is here in the upright and the Fool is here, maybe, just maybe, you're not done trying. Or you don't want to be done trying. You might be secretly hoping, wishing that you aren't. Maybe wishing and hoping is extreme. I think that you're thinking about how rational that is, more accurately. I don't see you being too impulsive with this person. On their end, they have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They have the Emperor in reverse. So they feel as though they have no control over this situation. Whatever they had in mind, whatever they thought they could have with you, it's like it's like you might have burned it down, group one, or something has happened here to burn it down. I'm hearing the word thwarted, Three of Cups, and Two of Cups. So this is a loss that they're feeling, group one. This is a loss that they're feeling. but I think that it's one that they want to feel alone. They want to feel alone in the way that they don't necessarily want to open up to you about it or talk to you about it. And on another level, you know, we could ask the question, does this person even want to do they want to act on the way that they feel? Because it looks like they care a lot. Side B, sorry. So whoever's over here, it looks like they care a lot. However, at the same time, it's like they're wrestling with these desires that they have. And I think that, you know, you asking them this question isn't helping. It's like this person doesn't even want to address it. They're oblivious to it. They won't dignify your questions with a response. Why? Can you tell me about the Two of Cups? Ace of Swords. What else is here about the Two of Cups? Wheel of Fortune. The World in Reverse. So group one, if you ended things with this person, you know, I don't think that they wanted that, or I don't think that they want that. If they're the ones that left, I'm not going to go as far as to say that they regret it, because I think that I'm getting that they're old enough to know that there are consequences for their actions, that there are consequences for their desires, that to get some things in life, especially if this is this person's, if whoever's on this side, if, you know, their desires drive them, they know that some of the things that they want will come with a sacrifice. And that tells us something about, I feel like I'm reading that. I'm really not trying to be mean, but it tells us, I'm laughing because I said but. So yeah, I'm really not trying to be mean, just keeping it real. This tells us something about how they view people, how they value people. You know, just how much of a capacity they have to care if it's not. Alright, so the camera randomly stopped. I apologize. Let's go ahead and continue. What I was saying was, if this person doesn't have the capacity to care, right? It tells us about how they view people. It tells us about how they value people. So the Nine of Pentacles did come out before I realized that the camera stopped, and it came out on their side as we were talking about value. So you both have the number 9. I'm sorry, hang on. You both have the number 9. I don't know if it's driving their energy, but I would say it's definitely driving yours. I think that you're definitely in reflection about it, but I don't think that you're sedentary. I don't think that your life has stopped. I get that you're kind of like, it's like you're reflecting on the go. And I think that this person is, they are, it's like kind of, they're realizing it all at once. It's like they're getting a crash course. Pray for them, guys. Pray for them. Let's do another deck. Let me know if I should do more pick a card readings. Would you guys like, I've been entertaining the idea, should I just do pick a cards exclusively? Because I really enjoy them. And I think they could bring a lot of variety to the channel. So just let me know if you like this one. And depending on how this one does, I'll do more of them. I feel like I should cut once, and then I want to shuffle. We'll look at their side first, or side B first. We got protection, Moon in Aries. Yeah, there could definitely be Aries that chose this group, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aquarius, Virgo, Leo, Libra, Taurus. And on your side, we got Vision, Sun in Pisces. Yeah, totally fits in terms of your depth of understanding and how compassionate you are. Oh, and look what's at the bottom, control. So that could definitely be significant here. This is Jupiter in, I think that is Capricorn. Let's just set that up there for now. And I'm not going to read the book for these. Let's just talk about them intuitively. So we got the protection card coming out on there, and you might be surprised to know that this person actually is very protective over you. And I think that no, that was the first go around that I did of this reading. I didn't mention it in this one, but anywho, so about this card and this reading, this one, they're definitely protective of you, and it's I know you're just like, if they love me, they have a very weird way of showing it. I think that this person's love language is a bit unique. It comes off as selfish. Moon in Aries, I think definitely describes their approach. They it's like they want to do it their way. They want to be in charge, and they feel like, you know, if they're in charge, then they can just like get things to go the way they want them to. I get that it's difficult to reason with them. And I don't know that it's because this person is unapproachable, or that you're incompatible. I think it's that once they've made up their mind about how they want something to go, it's very difficult for you to change their mind. And I think that they are very set in their ways, and think you guys are realizing that this is not someone that you can change. And with the vision card being on your side, it's like you're wanting them to be more fluid. You're wanting them to think about things in different ways. You're wanting them to see it from your perspective. You're wanting them to not see your compassion and see the chances that you're giving them as you trying to smother them, or you being clingy, or you being opportunistic or wanting something from them. I do think that there's something here about commitment that you represent that I don't think they're ready for. This person may have children. And I think that there are some things that they feel are privileged information. And I just think that their feelings are one of those things. It's like, you know how parents don't necessarily, or some of them are uncomfortable with their children seeing them cry. I do think that there are courses that this person will have to take in vulnerability in dealing with you. And I do think that, as appealing as that is, as noble as that is, and as attracted as they are to you, this person, they really like to have fun. And vulnerability can feel like homework to them at times. Now, any last, I want this deck. I want some advice on your side. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm getting that you should definitely stop giving to this situation if you haven't already. Eight of Cups and the Star card. So you definitely split. I think that you're focusing on your healing. Many of you might not even be trying to build, or like you might not be looking for a long-term relationship. Or at least like you're not looking for the kind of relationship that's just going to temporarily fill a void. And I'm not, suggesting that you have a void. I don't think that you want to have a meaningless, you don't want to have meaningless connections, group number one. You want your bonds to mean something. You want to build relationships with people who are going to appreciate your efforts. Seven of Swords, yeah. You should certainly walk away from anyone who you can tell is trying to control the situation or trying to play games with your emotions, take advantage of your emotions, take advantage of all of those good things that you bring to the table. They're never gonna wanna, stop eating off of you. You are so giving. You're so generous, group one, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I think that that's why it's not the only reason why this person likes you, but I would say that that's the reason why they want to protect you or preserve you. This person may want time to get back on their feet, is what I'm hearing, to get their life in order, to set the record straight is also what I'm getting. But I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna wait. I don't. The advice is looking like you shouldn't. I just think that you should continue to focus on healing, like you guys have been doing. There are some things that you can't. There are some lessons that you can't learn for people. It's like they have to learn it for themselves. They have to go through it for themselves, and sometimes that lesson is losing you. Sometimes it takes them moving on, being in a few other relationships, and seeing to really see what they had with you. I think what this person may, for some of you, what they're lacking is a frame of reference. And I don't, be careful here. We're speaking freely about it, but I don't think that you should wish that they, regret moving on from you, or regret not giving you to your connection, because that will only bring about destruction in your own life. You shouldn't wish those things on people, but you should instead move forward in peace, and you should take all of that energy that you were giving to them, that you were obviously, wasting on them, and I think that you should pour it. You should pour it into yourself, you should pour it into yourself, and pour it into your life, and pour it into people who you know are going to see the beauty and the value in it. We got text me coming out. So in this no contact situation, I would say that one or both of you definitely does feel like you do have some things that you still want to say. There's some things that you might still want to get off your chest. Number 2. East. The number 5. Leo. Courage. Yes. May. The letters V, W, and X. I think we want one more. Joy. Alright, this was your read. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys would like a personal reading, shoot me an email. It's on the community board. See, is there anything else? No. You're awesome. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next one. Alright, group 2. You chose the Rider. Alright. Let's see what's going on. No contact. No contact. Could be a lot of fire signs in this group. Leo. Big Leo energy. Okay. So, still waters run deep. I think that there's someone who you can read them like a book. For some of you, you can read their face like a book. You could be dealing with someone who it's hard for them to hide how they feel. Not so much in their behavior, it's in their face, like they wear it on their face. So group 2, I get that, you could still, this could be someone who you're not necessarily speaking, but you share the same space or environment. It doesn't have to be. That's just that's really specific, and it's coming through in this group, so I'm mentioning it. But there's silence, but there's a lot of contemplation, and the way that I think that you both know what you would say to each other, you both know what you want to say to each other, or maybe it's one before the other, or vice versa. But I get that the feelings are still pretty raw. I think that you might be in that period where you might be checking up on each other. I just heard, did you eat? Cups. Whoever's on this side, we're gonna do 2 sides, and you choose which energy is you're showing up as. But whoever's on this side, they definitely walked away without saying anything. Like this person left. They took a French exit, if you will. No offense to any of the viewers in France, the tower. Yeah. I think that when you left, it caused it caused an uproar. It caused a scene. 3 of Wands, they didn't know what to do. I just get that, the plans fell through. It's reading like, you ruined someone else's plan by walking away or by leaving. I know I just said you, but again, I'm trying to keep this like, whoever's on this side, they left. Now let's talk about this side over here. Just for simplicity, this is going to be your side, this will be their side, but just know you can swap it, okay? Because I don't want to keep going back and forth. Ace of Cups. There's a lot of heartbreakers that tune into this channel because I keep getting that, whoever's coming up on this side, like you're the one that's wanting to leave. Watch that be different in the next groups. They got the Ace of Cups, they got the Ace of Swords, so they know you're right. They know that you have a right to feel the way you feel. I'm getting they know that you're entitled to how you feel. And I think that they might just be giving you space to feel it. I don't get that this is someone who is coming after you, if that's something that you wanted. But I think it's that they're not coming after you because they just don't think that it's the right time. As we said, it's still like the feelings are still pretty raw. So I don't see, you and this person coming into contact again for some time. Maybe 3 weeks, 3 months. I don't think it'll go as long as years. But I think that when things ended here, that's my dishwasher, I apologize. I think that when things ended here, I do think that something else began in its place. Something else began taking form. And I think that that started to happen within this person. They began to see, they began to want to understand. It's like they believe that there is more than meets the eye, or more to you is what's coming through. So how do they view this situation? What is their side of the story? Five of Swords. Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Wands. This person might feel like everything that they try to I think this person wants marriage. I think this person wants commitment, and I think that they're very competitive about it. Like, they want a trophy wife. They want a picturesque life, a picture perfect wife and or husband, and they'll do anything that they can to get it. But it's like they'll do everything that they can within their own means, within their own principles, within their own way of seeing things. I don't get that this is someone who's very rebellious, or who is open to being cajoled. They think that you're the truth. They think that you're someone who has a lot of integrity, and I'm getting like survival of the fittest energy coming from their side. And like, they're thinking that, you know, the situation will always be a contentious one, and that the house and home will always be in disarray, or that the foundation will forever be unstable. This could be someone who you've had a lot of arguments with, like you guys spar. You're constantly butting heads, and I think that it's reached a boiling point for both of you. Definitely for whoever's on this side, definitely for you. Where it's like you're not waiting on it anymore. And it's strange because it's like this person is just getting started. There's something that they've seen, something that they now know about you, something that they see in you that makes them feel as though they have a fighting chance, something that they've been waiting for. They're having some kind of breakthrough. Let's keep shuffling to see. This person though, I don't get that. It's like they're processing, you know, so all of these things are happening with them and they're processing, but it's too soon to tell about what they're gonna do. So, how are you viewing this situation? Ace of Wands. You guys might think that the sex would be good, but is it worth it? Page of Pentacles in reverse. I think that you guys see this as a bad investment. And I'm getting that that's why you withdrew your funds, that's why you reclaimed your time. Seven of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Devil. Need I say more? This is a new deck, the Reflection deck. We're going to pull one for you and one for them. So they got two. What energizes you the most, and what is your truth? Ooh, let's take what is your truth first. I think that that could certainly be something that this person is trying to get comfortable with, trying to figure out. I get the sense that you are tired of waiting, and I think that this person may be incapable of delivering or incapable of being who they are because they're bound by their idea of who they are, their idea of who people think they are. So they are in some ways trying to shapeshift and trying to come off a certain way to other people. And I with this very no nonsense energy for whoever's on this side, I think that you are looking for an energy, you're looking for a person who isn't wearing a mask, you know, or who isn't going to mindfuck you for the things that they haven't figured out or worked out for themselves. Now, what energizes you the most? So this being a reflection card coming out on their end, I think that, you know, whoever's on this side, there are definitely some changes that could be made to how energy is spent. And like that needs to be looked at. Let's pull one for your side now. Let me know in the comment section if you guys think I should do more picker cards. I've been thinking about doing picker cards exclusively. It'll give us an opportunity to cover a lot of different topics. I'm getting what moves you. So coming out on your side, we got a friend always hugs you when they see you and you aren't comfortable with hugs. What would you do? So these are what would you do cards, and it's a hypothetical, right? So if you have a friend who's a hugger, but you're not really comfortable with hugs, you prefer to have more space, you know, maybe you're not okay with public displays of affection, whatever it could be, you know, what would you do in that moment? It's your friend. Would you just embrace the love? Would you allow them to give it to you? Would you allow them to love you in the way that, would you allow them to love on you in their language? Or would you resist? So think about that. I think that this person certainly has a way that they love, and a question that you should ask yourself is if that way that they love is one that drives with your spirit, if it's one that you one that you respect, one that you understand, one that you feel you deserve, right? And if you think, you do and you're okay with it, then cool. This is all energy, so whoever's on this side doesn't have to walk away. You don't have to leave if you are the creator of your own universe. I think that you should believe your eyes above all else, and you should believe your experience. And I think that you shouldn't get lost in potential. You shouldn't get lost in what someone could be. I think that you should be real about how they are. And I think that you should continue to, you're doing a great job, group 2. I like that. I'm getting that you're standing up for yourself. You're not allowing yourself to be manipulated. It's there's this, it's interesting, this person has the 4 of Wands over here, and how adamant they are to get this to be the way that it is. But it's there's something inherently ugly or untrustworthy about it, or at least that's how you're viewing it. Maybe not so much the idea of it, it's just you can't see past this person's habits. They're trying to work on they are trying to sort through their feelings. I think that this person is, they know that that's something, that's work that they're not going to be able to put off. It's they'll have to do it to get what they want. It's they want to win at life. This person is competitive, group 2. Some of you may be here from group 1, because I'm getting that this is someone who also is bound by their desires, and is someone who also need to choose. What is their truth? So the energy is a bit similar to group 1. Let's pull more cards, shall we? So what else is here? This is someone who could have made you feel like you weren't good enough to be in their perfect picture, like you were lacking something. This is someone who, it's they withhold. Coming out on their side, we got affair. Pretty big red flag. On your side, we got fulfillment. So Let's talk about their side first with the affair card. So this is Venus in Leo. So this person likes to have a good time, and there is no easy way to say this. One of the reasons they could be withholding from you is because, you know, they are in a relationship. That's also what this Chariot card could be about. So this person can only go so far. This person can only offer so much. They can only be so available. It's like you got one night only with this person. One night only, once a year. Now you may or may not be okay with that. It looks like you're not okay with it. You're not okay with that. But this is definitely the energy that, I won't say it definitely is, but it at the very least tells us how serious they are, right? Which, you know, this fifth house energy, not very. It is a house that rules games. Let's not forget. We got the Five of Swords right there too, so you know this person's MO. Now on your side here, we got the Fulfillment card. Very, very nice. Intuitively, I'm getting that you are getting verse. Okay, so you may be all right, hold on, simmer down. So you may be a virtuoso of some kind. You may be a writer. You may write poetry, but you got the bag there at your feet, and you're sitting there, you know, just waiting for your yacht to arrive. With all of these equations on the card as well, I'm getting that you're also quite intelligent. So you are group 2. I feel as though you're very well traveled, very well cultured. It makes sense that this is Sagittarius energy. So you certainly I'm getting that you're like out of their league. Yeah, I'm also getting 10,000 leagues under the sea. You could definitely be a writer or read a lot of books. Is it 10,000 leagues or 1,000 leagues? I think 10,000. So you have you're very ambitious. You want to live life. You want to enjoy life, and I think that you have aspirations. You have dreams, and I don't think that you want to. You're very result oriented. And I think just to think about this, like on this card, we have cherubs here, you know, so we got children on this side, and we got this established individual here on this side. Not to patronize side B in any way, shape, or form. I just think that your interests are different. And, you know, it's okay to be honest about that. Like that definitely happens sometimes. And if it's not that your interests are different, I just think that the way that you guys go about it is different. And I think that their methods may not be methods that you respect, or vice versa. To each their own. We got green eyes. The letters M, N, and O. Pleasure. Well, didn't realize you were blurry. So we have here, we got number 9. The letters S, T, and U. December. fear. This is a lot, but we'll take all of them. The number 5, petty. The number 4, you're just too good to be true. Blue eyes, Leo, and I am not a mind reader. So there are issues with communication in this connection. The number 54 could be important. The number 55 as well. I do think that there is some tit for tat energy in this particular group. You know, they might stab you, and then you might say something sharp, or you might just leave. You might not entertain their games. I think that there are some times when this person might want to play and you're just not interested. They think that you're too serious. They might think that you take life too seriously. I feel like this is the kind of person who might, you know, tell you that you should like go outside, you know. All right, this was your read, group 3, or group 2. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys would like a personal reading, my email is on the community board. I'll see you on the next one. Maybe you should check out group 3 as well. Bye. Hi, group 3. You chose the Egyptian Tarot. So, group 3, no contact. What's going on in your connection? And we got Temperance. So, Group 3, I would say that you're not in contact with this person, but I think that you are okay with that. You both may be okay with that. For this group, being in no contact may seem like it's the right thing to do. It might seem like what you both need in order for balance to be restored in your lives. It's like there's expansion that needs to happen with both of you. Well, I won't say that it needs to happen, but I'll say that, you know, it is happening because of the distance between you two. You're having to focus on yourselves. You're having to, I get that you're taking care of yourselves. So this definitely is reading like a healthy separation. It's reading like, you know, the feeling could have been mutual for this group. So we're gonna do your side and their side, but if you know, the opposite side resonates with your energy a bit more, feel free to, you know, to claim it. So just for the purpose of this reading, this will be your side. Kind of found myself getting distracted a moment ago when I was shuffling for your cards. We got the 10 of Swords coming out on your side. So this is a done deal. You know, I think that you are okay with that fact. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Tower. So I think that you are okay with that fact. This is something that you have made peace with. The feeling is mutual. You see how they're both falling. I'm definitely getting collateral damage coming through as well. Like definitely some harsh words. Some harsh words were said on both sides. feel like those 3 words have been ruined. Ruined for us all, and no one can say them anymore. If you know, you know. So, group 3, I think that you know that this is a done deal, and I think that, you know, at this point, it feels like peace. It feels like release for you. It feels like liberation for you. This is, for some of you, it might feel like the end to something that has been very cyclical, and I think that you might there might be this sneaking suspicion that you have that you haven't seen the last of this person, especially if as we said, it has been cyclical. It has been very off and on. Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. It has been very off and on. And I think that you're not, there's no blame on your end for your circumstances or for what's happening with you, group number 3. I think that some of you definitely, you have looked at the situation objectively, and you think that okay, so maybe there are some things that you could have done better. But I don't get that you're punishing yourself for that, and you definitely shouldn't if you are. It's like you're learning from that. The energy is here of lessons being learned on your end. I'm getting, like, I'm never going back again. I think that if this person, you know, does come back into your life, if, you know, if they do try to reopen these wounds, is what I'm hearing. Like, I'm getting that time will come, because this card coming out is telling me that, you know, it's like you will have to choose at that point. But I just think that, you know, that's a game that you don't really want to participate in any longer. And I put, you know, the Chariot on their end because I was shuffling for them, but I was talking about you. And I do think that you guys could be dealing with a Cancer. That certainly fits. You might be seeing a lot of 1s, 7s, and 4s. Coming. Wow, okay. Just dropped the whole deck. So the one that came out next is the King of Cups, and that one fell out in the reverse. Now, what's this telling us about your person? This is someone who, they have a lot of emotional control. They have a lot of emotional control. This is someone who does have the ability to control their impulses. I don't think that they give into temptation very easily. They don't allow their emotions to rule them. I think that, you know, maybe just by the way they've had to live, just by or what they do for work or how they were brought up, they've gotten very good at compartmentalizing. So I think that they have achieved what they perceive to be victory over emotions that are troublesome, that they perceive to be troublesome. But there is this, I don't think this person really did the work with the King of Cups in reverse. I think that they just swept it under the rug. They just, you know, declared that they did the work, and they declared that they were healed. it's so interesting. I was just saying that they like declared this about themselves, and here we have this young man, reading from this scroll. So, so it's like, yeah, this is something that they've definitely claimed that they do believe about themselves, but I mean, the cards don't lie, and the King of Cups is here in reverse, so this looks like a cover-up. What else can you tell me about this person's energy in this no contact situation for group 3? We got coming up here the Knight of Pentacles. So definitely a workhorse. They work hard, they play hard. This person may try to distract themselves from the emotional work that they need to do with work. They may use work as an excuse often. That could be an issue that you had with this person. Anytime that you wanted to, hang out or spend some QT, they would make up some excuse about having to stay late for work or having to work late or something like that. Originality. They just make shit up. And on your side, we got, you guys could be dealing with an air sign, an Aquarius. That's far too many. So let's try that one more time. So on your side, we got, thank you. On your side, we got choice. What did we say about you having to choose? Wow, okay. And let's go ahead and pull reflection cards for you. Same time. It's far too many. You've been doing a lot of thinking, haven't you? You might be confiding in friends, you might be talking it out. I definitely see you guys venting. It's definitely something cathartic over here. Let's pull one for them. So they got, wow, okay, so this came out in group 2. Oh my goodness. So at the end of group 2, I accidentally said group 3, and then I recommended that those in group 2 watch group 3. And the same card came out in group 3. So what is your truth? So definitely something that this person is struggling with, and I don't think it's a coincidence that they also have the originality card on their side. This could be someone who follows the crowd. They're very intelligent, and they certainly have a mind of their own, and they do have a rebellious spirit, in the way that I think that this person is not one who can be controlled. I think that they want the freedom to figure out what their truth is. They may still be trying to get comfortable with what their truth is, looking for ways to express that. I think that they may express it in creative ways. This could be someone who switches up their wardrobe a lot. There's Gemini energy here for sure. You could see them, or talk to them few and far in between, and every time that you guys reconnect, it's like they're like a different person. You know, who they are at their core doesn't really change, especially if this is someone who is emotionally unavailable. I think that, you know, that's something that has been a bit of a constant with this person. They're consistently emotionally available, but it's like they pass themselves off as someone who is evolving. I know that sounds a bit harsh. However, I just get that there's something that's being denied over here. So I want to take a look at, I tried to cross my legs and get comfortable, but that was not working. So something uncomfortable about this connection. On your side, we got the choice card coming out. So we got a rose, a heart with a dagger going through it. We got feet that are shackled. We got a blind woman, or someone with their blindfolded with a dagger. Someone who looks very concerned, and they're holding up a scale. There's a lot going on this card. So what is this? This is Moon. Oh my goodness. This is Mars in Libra. So you know what this is reminding me of? This reminds me of I think it's Anubis, who when you die, your heart is placed on a scale, and if your heart weighs more than a feather, you know, then you would spend eternity in the underworld. My understanding of that, or my recollection of that, I should say, might be a bit choppy, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know. So there's something here about the choices that you make and how they have the potential to make or break you, how they have the potential to cause your life to blossom, but they could at the same time keep you stuck and keep you as a prisoner to your emotions and the way you feel. So I think that may be the choice that you have to make here. And this scale being here, it's almost as if your soul, your spirit depends on this choice. Those of you who are choosing peace, those of you who are choosing to break the cycle, to end the cycle, it's like you're doing it for sanctification. You're doing it to save your life. I get that this person hurt you. Let's take a look at how they're viewing the situation next. I get that this is someone who, Page of Swords coming out. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like they act oblivious, or it's like they act like an airhead, but they're not really. It's like they act like an airhead to get out of having serious conversations. They act like they're not that deep, or they act like it's not that deep. Two of Cups, even though it is. Or they really do think that. Bottom of the deck, we got the Four of Swords. They really do think that. So Page of Swords, Two of Cups. I do think that they're certainly loving you from a distance. They might be trying to cook up some kind of plan. We got the Death card coming up. And the Magician. The World. The Ten of Cups. The King of Swords. King of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Let me just be sure. Hold on. One more. Nine of Swords. I do think that they have some things that they want to tell you that they're not telling you. I think you know that. They know that. And it's like that's what hurts the most. Are the things that are not said, or the things that are not expressed. Or the things that are hidden, the things that are concealed. So how are you viewing this? So they know that they're doing this. They know that they aren't being forthcoming. So on your side, we got the Eight of Swords coming out in reverse. So you're no longer bound by this. You're no longer, I feel like you're no longer chained by what you once wanted from them. Group 3, I think that you've chosen. I'm seeing that overwhelmingly a lot through this reading, and I'd like to believe that it's not just my energy, that it's actually your energy, where you know, you guys are just in this energy of acceptance. I think that the no contact situations that you guys are in, or like definitely you, Group 3, I think it's one that you've made peace with. It's one that you maybe see as something that is for your own good, with the Sun card at the bottom of the deck. So very, very beautiful, beautiful energy. You guys are showing up really nicely. So with the Eight of Swords, I think you see this as, and the World card comes out on your end. Yeah, so the world is your oyster, Group 3. I don't think that you are allowing yourself to be blinded by the lights. You're not allowing yourself to be blinded by material things. This person could be well off. They could have a nice job. They could have a lot of money. But I just think that there are some things that you're unwilling to compromise on. And I think that, you know, being with someone who is established, money can buy happiness. And if you don't think that, you must admit that it, at the very least, can buy some kind of peace. And I think that maybe, you know, being with this person, they might be able to, what they bring to the table is a certain amount of security, even if it's not much. Well, much is a frame of mind, and that's subjective. So what they bring to the table, one of the things that they do is this person may be one who is very giving when it comes to gifts. You know, like they'll pick up the tab. This person is a provider. Whether or not they have done that, you know, for you or done that in your relationship is not it's not a certainty here, but it's within this person's capacity to do so, and it's like they will do so if they feel as though they've found what they're looking for. But I think that they're not quite sure what they're looking for, or it's like what you guys are looking for is a bit different. I get that you guys value the same things. I get that this person is they're a bit materialistic. They are definitely concerned with how much money everybody's making, including you. And I think that is something that that's definitely something that they consider when they're looking for a partner. This is someone who they compete. Even when it comes to who they court, when it comes to who they date. They want to have, they want their partner to be of a certain status. Not to say that you aren't, you most definitely could be, but we're just talking about, their expectations. Let's see. We got no coming out. Love. No love. Certainly very, very direct. Next we got ego. Infatuation. That card is gone. Hold on. What? Petty. Wow. I think that someone does not want to be called out for being petty. That's it. I said what I said. Someone does not want to be called out. The month of July. December. Taurus. Gaslighting. Yeah. Someone's name could start with a P, a Q, or an R. We got joy. This was your read, Group 3. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like a personal reading, my email is on the community page. Drop a comment if you'd like. Let me know how you like this. Pick a card if it resonated. Let me know which group you chose. And if you'd like me to do more of these, let me know. Bye. Alright, group 4, you chose the Universal Weight Tarot. So, no contact. Alright, let's pull one, shall we? I feel called to pull one. The World. So, group 4. Some of you could be here from group 3. Hey, watch all of them. If you enjoy them, that's cool with me. See which one resonates the most for you. So, Group number 4, we got the World card coming out for you. I think that you could, in this particular no contact situation, I don't think that you guys are close. I think that there is quite a bit of distance between you two, emotional and physical. I think that you certainly feel at peace. You definitely feel fulfilled in some way, shape, or form. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Short. So you got the World card in your energy, and I don't really see you being down or sad or depressed in this. We got the 6 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. It's like you're glad to not be giving to this. 9 of Swords. I think that what for you, it's like giving comes with a lot of pain. It's like it's a lot to maintain is what I'm hearing. So this could be a long distance relationship in which the communication isn't what it used to be. The dynamic could not be what it used to be. There could be a lot of water under the bridge. Let's take a look at their side now. You guys may be concerned a bit about what's going to I think it's about who to give to next. It might be about who to trust. We're going to shuffle a bit more and see. I think that you might not... Is it that you don't know if you can trust them? Is it that you don't know what they want? For some of you, you don't know what they want from you. They have the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands in their energy. So, this is someone who, they're trying to build something real. They could be looking for a new home. They could be doing some kind of renovations to their home. I get that they're occupied. The word vacancy is also coming through, or vacant. All right, check it out, group 4. So, your understanding might be that, you know, in this particular no contact situation, that there's no coming back. And I think that you might be split on that. I think there are some of you who feel relieved by that because it might have been very taxing on you in some way, energetically, time-wise. Or perhaps that's what this 9 of Swords is about. Perhaps what it has been costing you is a lot of sleepless nights when you're in it. So you might sit up at night worrying about this person. You might be wondering what they're doing. Might be wondering what they meant when they said that. Or you might be wondering what they're going to say, what they would say. Because this could be someone who is, I'm getting that they're not very, they're busy, or they don't have a lot of time on their hands. It's something like that. But you make time for the things that you care about, right? I want a reflection card next. We'll pull in for each of you, and we'll talk about both of these sides again. So for the reading, of course, this will be your side and this is theirs, but just keep in mind, you know, if you resonate more with one energy than the other as your own, you know, then claim that. It's all energy, and there are a lot of you. So that's too many. So we want this one. I'm gonna pull one. Done. And for you. So on their side, we got a friend always hugs you when they see you and you aren't comfortable with hugs. What would you do? And on your side, we got, what do you notice going on in your body when someone violates your boundaries? So this card coming out on their side, it's interesting. This one came out in one of the earlier groups too. And there are quite a few cards in this deck, or at least a decent amount. So that one came out earlier. And what this may be about, you know, coming out on this person's end now, it's like they, I don't get that this is someone who, I don't know. There's something about an expression of emotion here. And I think that they want things to be okay. This is someone who wants things to be good. I get that the intentions are sound here. But just what's throwing me off is why you're feeling betrayed by this person, or why you feel like you can't trust them, or I'm just not sure what you're fearing, what you're worried about. Could be dealing with a Gemini or a Libra. The air signs will do that to you. Let's take a look at your side. Definitely not talking much. Yeah, with the Four of Swords. You might think that there is nothing to say. The Eight of Wands. But at the same time, there's so much that you didn't get the chance to say. You might think that you can't break through. You can't break through. You're dealing with a force that is impenetrable. It's like talking to a brick wall. Ten of Wands, Page of Wands, and you have tried. It's like there's something that you want to give to them, something that you want to see. It's you're willing to be vulnerable. It's like you're wanting to bare your soul, group number 4. And I think that you might be expecting them to, you might be expecting them to do the same. But things don't go as expected. So Page of Wands, I want to know, like, I get that you really want to say or do something here. So, like, what is that? It's looking like you want to talk. It's looking like you're not done. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay too. It's okay to want to come out of a no contact situation, so you shouldn't punish yourself for feeling that way. I just say, you know, use discernment. If you know that someone is not good for you, then you know then it's not okay to want it. Nine of Wands in reverse. We got Ace of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Queen of Wands. You may be a fire sign. So in terms of what you want, Group 4, I think you may want to be claimed by this person. You may want to be claimed. What do I mean by that? Like, you want the ring. You want something real. Now, what's going on with them? You might think that they never take your side. On their end, we got the Knight of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Queen of Swords and the Lovers. This person could certainly be an air sign. Gemini or Libra, we said that. So, or Aquarius. Aquarius is here too. Could be any of them, really. I'm also getting Leo on their side. Now, all this coming out, you know, in how they're viewing this situation, this no contact situation with you. I think that this person it looks like they are ready or getting ready to talk about the things that they don't want or don't like. So I think that if that's something that you've been dreading, it's coming. If it's something that you've been looking forward to, it's coming. And I think that you might be getting anxious waiting for it. You might be able to intuitively tell that something big is coming, that something is something pretty life-changing is going to happen within this relationship. Some of you guys you might think that someone is going to propose to you and like you're freaking out about it. Or you're like, when's it gonna happen? You know, is it gonna be at a ballpark? Is it gonna be, you know, so you might be thinking about areas that the question might be popped to you every time that you guys go out to dinner, you know. So I would say, you know, that can be fun, but I mean, I've never been married, but I could certainly see how being surprised by the question would make it just that much more special. So do yourself a favor, Group 4, and just play along. You know, don't go looking, you know, don't go snooping, and you know, don't worry about it. Just focus on the love that's within your relationship, and don't, you know, be like weird about it, and don't like read into what they're saying or doing, and you know, to the point that you start acting or behaving differently, or you just like don't know how to talk to them. I don't know if that's going to resonate for everyone, but I know that someone needed to hear that. I'm definitely seeing like wedding bells in your energy. And for yours, criticism. So on their end is assertion. This is Sun in Aries. It's a very good placement for the Sun. The Sun is exalted in Aries, and this is in their energy. So they're definitely in a space of action. I don't think that you have to guess at when this person knows what they want. I do think that they make that very clear. So there's no need to worry about this group number 4. I think that you'll know. When the time comes, you'll know. I don't think that you should live your life waiting to be validated by this person, or, you know, your confidence, your self-esteem certainly shouldn't be tied to whether or not they decide to take this step, to take the plunge. You can't force it. And I resist the urge to let go of the picture that you have in your mind of the way that it should be, because I could see you very easily with this moon in Virgo energy judge this person for not living up to your expectations, and that has a potential to ruin something good. Because this is a no contact read and you're here, but this is someone who looks like they're about to talk to you about how strange you've been behaving. Keep in mind, of course, you know, choose a side as your side, whichever one resonates more to your situation. But whoever's over here, side B, looks at B sides. Side B looks as though someone could be listening to Amy Winehouse, could be getting ready to talk about their future, talk about how they want the next 10 years of their life to look. And there are certain things, you know, that they don't want to have in their life for the next 10 years or live with for the next 10 years. So it's like whoever's over here is going to want to get them out of the way now, is going to want to figure them out now. It's better to know now before getting any more involved, before taking the next step. So this side wants to clear the air, this side wants to come forward, this side wants the same thing, and this side needs to not worry about when this side is going to do it. And don't judge this side for the time that they're taking, because this person cannot be rushed. This is someone who takes their time to make decisions like these, especially decisions that to them they're going to have to live with. So you have to be patient. West, November. January. The letters Y and Z. The number 1. This is here for card 4. July. Isolation, fear, yeah. Now, and to close, we got Ghost, Taurus. This was your read, group 4. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section if it resonated, and if you'd like to see more pick a cards on the channel. I will see you next time. Bye.